Coming live from Self Love Lounge. Yeah. My partner Dre. Give me the beat. You talk to him. Look. Now as I stand here on my feet, I ask myself, do history repeat? I know it do, but this is deep. From the slaves to the streets, from the cotton to the concrete, you give me Willie Lynch vibes. From that white man you hide, but you would kill me for my fucking ride. That's that envy you can't hide. That's that meet me outside, can let it go cause of your fucking pride. Back in the day, they take two field slaves, turn them against each other, something like the Django days. Whichever one was still alive, that's the one that went. The dead slave, he was gone, you won't see him again. And nowadays, they take two rap niggas, start beef, move out the way, then clap niggas. You better know your weapon good if you aim in sight. And if you kill a kid by accident, you die tonight. You niggas so tough and Zimmerman is still around, but you will pay a couple K to knock your brother down. You think that God and evil fake? Until you die and reawaken, your soul done made it through them gates of hell, they await you. And everything you ever feared, that's that shit that's gonna take you. And all them demons that you claim, then took the same out your brain. Now it's time for you to feel the flames. You see them demons like the streets. You can praise them all you want, but in the end you meet defeat. Open your eyes to the truth. But most of y'all can't do that cause them lies be just as fake as you. Been spitting facts all my life. Your brain gotta watch for bullets, but your back you gotta watch for knives. Fuck nigga, you need to listen. I'm competing with the old me. You look at me as competition. I never thought I'd see the day when I would get off on this microphone and say this shit I'm about to say. But hey, it need to be said and they like damn right. Got on my knees, prayed to God just the other night. Help me win the fight against my own kind. And if Black Lives Matter, niggas colorblind. They in denial when they hate it when you speaking facts. But a race war ain't the reason why I got the strap. Don't get it fucked up, cause anyone can feel the shell. But not just anyone gonna kill me for my clientele. Folks be seeking all these questions but don't want the answers. The last time we stuck together was the Black Panthers. But since then, it's a block for a block. They get on TikTok and make a song about a dead op. To be a rapper now you need a bulletproof whip. No other genre like this. Now ain't this some shit? You ignorant. Get on the gram, you don't think twice. And make a joke about him fighting for his fucking life. So many of them throw rocks, then they hide their hands. But this reality, not Meta or the Central Land.
What up, though? It's the word. You see the title. Let's talk about it. But before we do that, do me a favor. Look, it's free to you. It means a lot to me. Hit that like. Hit the subscribe. Well, let's get into it, man. You know, if you ain't right on the inside, you can't be right on the outside. You know, you got chaos going on the inside. The only thing you can produce in this world is chaos. I mean, we see it every day. You know, we all know people, no matter what the situation is negative. They find the negative things. And this is a problem. You know, there's a whole bunch of things in the world we don't address. You know, we choose to look over them, or we condition or desensitize enough to say it is what it is. You know, we say, you know, that's just how people are, and we accept it. But if you don't notice, it's getting worse, man. And I don't know if I'm just noticing it because, I mean, you can hear my baby girl in the background that I'm having kids now. But the world is getting worse. I know every generation said it. You know, I used to hear my grandmother say it, I heard my mama say it, and now I'm saying it. And that's because it's true. It's getting worse and worse and worse because it's going unchecked. We sit and accept so much chaos. And the problem with that is We just look at it from the pain perspective, the damage it does. That's what we focus on. We focus on the damage these demonic, chaotic people do. But we don't talk about the influence. We don't talk about how all this negativity influences other people to join in. And back in the day, these type of people only affected their environment. But as time progressed, even if you go back to the print and press days, books, pamphlets, now they're able to spread it. But now we got the internet. So somebody might be on here causing another person harm, right? And that's what we're looking at. We're looking at the harm they're doing, but we ain't looking at the influence. They influencing other people. So it's spreading. It's crazy. We just sit back. And even if we watching it as entertainment, we still been influenced. You can call it entertainment, but how is hurting people entertainment? Like we savages, huh? We savages. We think hurting people is entertainment now. Physically or mentally, hurting people is not entertainment. And if you feel it's entertainment, something wrong with you. You get that demonic spirit inside you. If you think hurting other people is entertainment, especially when it comes to kids. If you feel good when you see somebody attacking somebody, something wrong with you too. You've been influenced. Even though you ain't causing the pain, you helping spread it. You entertaining it. You giving it energy. See, people think power is what a person can do. Nah. It's what a person can influence another person to do. That's what power is. So you see these people on this app attacking women, children, elderly people, and they getting hundreds and thousands of views. That's influence. They can influence you to sit and watch them hurt other people, and you find it entertaining. Something wrong with you too. It's too many sheep. It's too many sheep. If you need a leader, you should do one or two things. Either find somebody that's helping people, making them positive strides towards life, or be the damn leader yourself. Be the leader yourself. Everybody, especially every man, should at minimum be the leader of their household. They should feel like they lead their household as a man. Me I lead my household alongside of my wife. That's what a king and queen do. They rule together. I'm not talking about, I'm the man and I dominate. Nah. You should be able to lead with a queen. And if you're a single man, you should be the leader of your household. You shouldn't have to get on no app to join no group to feel good about yourself. If you do, don't take this the wrong way. If you feel like you need to get on the app to join a group to feel good about yourself, you need to work on yourself. These are the things that we need to do. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect, right? But what make me different from a lot of people, I'm not afraid to say I don't know. Because I want to learn, I want to grow, I want to become a better person. The better I am, the better I can lead. The better I can lead my family, the more prosperous we become. And hopefully my influence leak out into my community. But right now, I mean, with the way everything is, like I said, people want to be led. People sheep. They're too afraid to make their own decisions. They wait till somebody say go. They look for who they feel is the strongest and the loudest person. Not even if they righteous. Half of the time they not. But they look for that what they feel is the alpha. And half of these people, especially on they ain't alphas, man. These people can't even lead their own homes. And I'm not talking about everyone, but you can tell. The ones who don't do nothing but come on here and attack other people. Like, really think about that. If you come on here and it's nothing but drama from you, if you on here and your whole stitch is to attack people and you ain't giving people information, you ain't telling nobody jokes, you ain't doing nothing to make people feel good, just bad, something wrong with you. I can only imagine what happens when you turn this off and you're alone. You see, those type of people, they don't like being alone. It don't feel good. Because all that hate, envy, and pain, now they got to deal with it. They ain't putting their energy out on nobody else, so now they got to deal with it. When they turn this off and they stop hurting and influence other people to do that, they're alone and they scared. What up, though, sis? You hear that baby in the background? Hey, mama. Yeah, but if you ain't right on the inside, you can't be nothing but wrong on the outside. And hurting other people, that's just a temporary release. It's only temporary. Because once you beat down someone, you got to find somebody else. And find somebody else. And all you're doing is hurting yourself even more. It's a distraction. It's a temporary fix. You got to fix what's going on the inside. Once you get right on the inside, same thing. You ain't going to be able to do nothing but produce positive things on the outside. Love, joy, support. That's what we need to spread. Love need to be spread. It feel good. It don't feel good to hurt people. Unless you hurting yourself. That's where they come up with the hurt people, right? Hurt people because they hurt. And for some sick reason, they find enjoyment out of hurting people. I mean, let's really talk about it, right? How do anybody get joy or excitement out of hurting someone? Something wrong with you. Something really wrong with you. Because it was done to you? What sense does that make? In my opinion, I'm sorry. This is just my own personal opinion. When people get hurt and they choose to go out to hurt other people, something wrong with them. That's not an excuse to me. I've been hurt. It didn't feel good. And why would I go out and hurt other people and I know it don't feel good? That's just an excuse. And so many things we so desensitized to, and we say that's just the way it is. And we leave it alone. and we accept it. And when we identify it, we just say, "Oh, that's just the way it is." Nah, nah. It ain't good enough, Mike. That is not good enough. If people can't hold themselves personally accountable for things, it need to be somebody around who can. If I get to tripping, not only my wife, my mom, my sisters, my dad, I got people around me who say, "Hey, bro, look, check this out. You tripping?" And I listen to them. I listen to them. Nah, I ain't sorry like that, mom. Yeah, my mama gave me the green light. She told me to talk my shit, literally. Stop candy coating stuff. I always try to be humble. I always try to be humble. I always try to be respectful to other people, even if I know they don't deserve it. I don't let the outside world affect me. I affect the outside world. So just because someone do something to me, don't mean I have to do something to them. It don't mean that. But yeah, even if I'm not telling you don't defend yourself, because if anybody come towards me hostile, it's a wrap. Any hostile energy comes towards me, I'm eliminating. Oh, what the heck is that? My mic just bugged up. Yeah, so even though I say be humble, even though I say be peaceful, always defend yourself with extremes. Because like I said, it's people out here demonic. I'm not naive. I'm gonna be humble and I'm gonna be a peaceful person. What up, though, Selena? I'm always be humble. I'm always be peaceful. But I do that because I'm always protect what's mine. Ain't nobody taking it. And understanding it's messed up people out here, right? It's messed up people, and they ain't right on the inside. So once we identify me personally, I just keep my distance because anytime people are affected by things in life, they only go accept help or seek help when they're ready. No matter if it's an addiction, no matter if it's abuse, you got to understand. That's why I don't do the sympathy thing with nobody. I don't do it with myself, and I don't have sympathy for nobody. I do have empathy though. I am willing to help anyone. I am willing to listen to anyone if I feel it's gonna help them. But once they show me that they ain't helping or they can't be helped at that point in time, I don't give them no energy because only thing you gonna do is begin to hinder them. The only thing you're gonna be able to do is hinder a person trying to help them. That's why I don't do sympathy. When people are ready to change, when people are ready to get help, they seek it. They seek it. It's so many times in life where I seen people hurting and in pain, and I tried to help them. And the more I tried, the worse they became. And then sometimes they got dependent on me, trying to help them. And then when I pulled away, I was the wrong one. Nah, because I gave you a crutch. I gave you a crutch to pick yourself up, not a crutch to lean on. It's no problem helping people, picking people up, but don't let them lean on you, man. Unless it's temporary. Sometimes people do need to lean temporarily, but all they do, like I said, chaos only does two things. It hurts people and influences people. That's all chaos does. It hurts and influence. And the power ain't in them hurting people. The power is more in the influence. Because if they can influence people to do what they do, feel the way they feel, it spreads. And we see it, especially in the melanated community. It spreads. And until we separate ourselves from chaos, eventually it's going to influence you. It's only a matter of time. I learned that the hard way. No matter how positive I am around certain type of people, it's only a matter of time before I even lash out. You can only be so positive. If somebody attacking you or doing you wrong, you can only be so positive. Eventually, it's going to influence you. And I had to learn that. I had to keep myself away from certain type of people, certain people I knew in the past, because they just ain't right. And they're not trying to get right. And I thought I could help. But then I began to backslide. And then I understood that they was influencing me. So I had to get away. And we got to recognize that. Sometimes the hardest thing is to see it in our family. Because when it's somebody we love and we see them get all this chaos in them and they ain't willing to let it go, try to get better, it hurt. And I had to learn that. But we got to be careful, not just in the world, especially on social sites, what we giving our energy to. And our energy is our time. What we putting time into. It's all right to be entertained. We all deserve to be entertained at times. Just don't let the entertainment be something negative. Let it be something joyous. Let it feel good. Don't if it make you angry, if you're watching something and it's drawing on your lower emotions, get away from it. That's telling you your emotions is trying to tell you how your inner being feels. That's what your emotions are. It's telling you how your inner being feels. When you feel happy and joyous, that's because you're feeding it positive energy. When you're feeling angry, mad, and sad, that's because you've been influenced by negative. That's like our emotions are like our navigation system in life. That's what our emotions are. I'm going to do a video on a kind by and then explain it a little better, but that's what your emotions are, your internal navigational system. And we need to recognize that. If we start identifying these emotions, because what happens is these emotions, they dictate how the ego functions. And if you don't know what your ego is an internal defense mechanism. That's what your ego is. And it usually tries to protect you from feeling bad. But sometimes, if you don't understand your ego will put you in positions where you're making the wrong decision. Just because you might feel bad about something, don't make it wrong. That's how people get in arguments. Some people just don't want to be wrong, even though they know they're wrong. That's because the ego. Because it's a bad feeling to be wrong. But guess what? If you're wrong, you have the opportunity to learn what's right. That's why I said I don't mind being wrong. My little sister corrects me. My mother, I am not closed out to be corrected. There's nothing wrong with being wrong. We all make mistakes. None of us are perfect. But that ego won't let you be wrong. If you're wrong, take the opportunity to learn what's right. Like I said, no one's perfect. So once you get past your ego, now you got to understand these emotions, what they really are. Like I said, things that make you feel good, that's drawing you closer to peace and balance. Things that make you feel bad, it's drawing you closer to destruction and chaos. That's why I always tell people, care about how you feel, because those feelings are going to dictate how you look at the world. And how you look at the world is going to be the way you look at things is going to affect the way you do things. It's going to affect your decisions and choices you make in life. And those emotions are going to give you that perception. So if you got all this chaos inside you, your choices ain't going to be righteous. They're not going to be right. You will continue to make the wrong choices. And then we wonder why we suffer. We were taught to live in the flesh. That's how we live. That's how everyone lived, in the flesh. But even living in the flesh, you can function from a higher level and make better decisions. That's why in the Bible it tell you the flesh is wicked. It's trying to tell you, don't focus on these fleshly things. If you think coming on here and becoming popular because you got clicks and views, now you special because people like what you're saying and they clicking and they watching your content. Now you somebody. Nah, man. Nah, it don't make you nobody. Because half of the time people come on here, like I said, to be entertained, and they don't even understand what entertainment is. They think entertainment is chaos, is destruction. So that's why they're clicking and viewing. Because watching other people's pain made them feel better about their situation. So it's not that, you popular. That's why I know back in the day, the reason I watched Jackass, I was all in the Jackass, because I liked to see them get messed up. It was funny to me. See them do stupid stuff and getting hurt. That was funny to me. It's not funny to me no more. It's ignorant. Because I understand what they did influenced other people to do stuff. And guess what? Some of them other people died or got severely hurt. I wasn't right. That was entertainment to me. And people come on this app and watch people get attacked and get abused, cyberbullied, all that, and it's entertainment. And people keep doing it because people keep watching. And honestly, I don't know who fucked up more, the people watching it or the people doing it. Honestly, I don't know no more. You can't have one without the other. I don't know no more. And that's sad. Negativity will always outshine positivity. I don't know. I guess it's just a rule of thumb. It don't make sense to me. But that's just what it is, right? That's just what I had to accept. But I don't, because I did a lot of negative stuff in my life. But I promise you, you talk to anybody that know me, they're gonna tell you the positive stuff I did. Even though I did that negative stuff, I learned to stop doing it. And now I try to only produce positivity. I try. Not perfect. But the energy, that positive energy I give people, I promise you, it make them feel good. I can go into a room and light it up. And I'm proud of that. And I brag on that. People have fun when they're around me. Even if I'm making them laugh at me, they have fun. And that feels good. Even looking at my baby girl, man, holding my baby girl, smiling, laughing. And I know she feel good. I've been cyberbullied several times by people I supported and others laughed at it. And see, like me personally, I can't do I don't see the purpose. Like me personally, right? I don't want to hurt nobody. So I don't support people hurting people. I can't allow myself personally to indulge in hurting other people. And that's the way of the world. Like I said, I just feel hurt people. But being with the internet thing, people can touch people all over the world now. And that's the scary thing. And then people entertain it. That's even scarier. And at some point, we gotta take accountability for what we do as individuals, right? And it's not easy, because like I said, a lot of times you look at stuff as entertainment. That's how we have been desensitized to think hurting other people is a form of entertainment. I mean, this goes back to the beginning of man, right? We're talking about the gladiator days. People went and watched people get slaughtered by lions, man, and thought that was entertainment. Even look at today, mixed martial arts. And I'm a big advocate. I love mixed martial arts. I watch boxing. But let's be honest, man. Somebody getting the crap beat out of them is entertainment. That's how we look at it. And like I said, I'm guilty because I love mixed martial arts. But at the end of the day, it's still violence. It's still one person hurting another person, and I'm watching it. So like I said, I'm not perfect. They gave it to us as a sport. That's what they gave it to it as a sport. Nah, it ain't never entertainment. Like in school, like I ain't gonna lie, I tell you a story. And when my mom was on here, she told the back end of the story. But I'm gonna tell you a story. I think I was in the 7th grade, and I had hair. I ain't got no hair now, but I had hair. My mom gave me a relaxer. And like I said, I was always into martial arts. So when I got to school, this dude He was Gary had to be about we in seventh grade now. This dude had to be at least 6'3", 6'4" at the time. And I'm probably about 5'6", 5'5", 5'6". And he started calling me Bruce Lee, the black Bruce Lee. We was capping, and I'm roasting him. He roasted me. But when he called me that, because my hair was permed and I did look like a black Bruce Lee, I got upset. I told him to shut up. And it's like three people, him and two other people. They kind of jumped me, you know. And so I said, okay, I'll catch y'all at the class, at the school. And that's when we got into the Royal Rumble. But it don't feel good. That's probably the only time I actually got bullied or I considered something bullied because I was quick to hit people in the mouth. I was quick. I didn't do a lot of barking. If somebody did something or said something to me, I felt like I needed to hit them first before they hit me. And that's just how I felt. I was always an anti-bully. Always an anti-bully. You know, and honestly, that's what even, you know, I got nephews, you know, they getting older. And I always told my sister, let me train them, you know. And I truly feel martial arts or any discipline fighting skill gives people discipline. It's not only teaching them how to fight and stand up for themselves, but understand when and how. Right. So I know you gonna hear my baby. Hey, Doe. So I will say this to even you a bully. If someone is truly bullying you and you stand up to them, you have to stand up to bullies, you know. But if somebody is truly bullying you, stand up to them. One or two things will happen. Either you gonna have to go toe to toe with them and make them understand you're willing to fight back, or you gonna have to, or they gonna usually back down. I ain't gonna say usually, but most time they back down. Bullies don't like that energy back. That's why, you know, my grandma used to always say, hit a bully in the mouth. And I bet you they think again before they bother you. My grandma used to always say that, punch them in the mouth. And if they bigger than you, pick something up and crack them with it. I bet you they leave you alone then. They see a bully usually preys on weaker people. You know, people they feel that's weaker than them. That's what a bully usually preys on. So if you feel someone is bullying you, hit them in the mouth. Hit them in the mouth. That's the best advice I can tell. All right, you have a good night too. But yeah, if people, I know she want to get on. Yeah, my little mama want to be on the mic. She want her daddy's arm.
Okay, hold on. Is she hungry again? She has
But yeah, it's but if people ain't right on the inside, all they can do is project what they are on the inside to the outside world. You want to bring her over here? Hold on 1 second. Give me 1 second. Oh, my mama left me. Yeah, but yeah, my baby girl wasn't happy. She hungry. But yeah, we gotta understand the influence aspect of chaotic people. You know, those people sometimes, just like good people, good people can influence bad people to do the right thing, but it worked the other way too. People could come in and cause chaos and disturb a good person's peace, and sometimes affect a decision made. Especially because the person trying to be positive is trying to do the right thing, and helping or being influenced by a chaotic person. I'm not even talking about the person influencing to do something bad, but because you a good person and you're trying to help, or you just trying to be nice, it can cause chaos, and that can be that person's intent. Nice people get taken advantage of. I have a couple times, and we got to be careful of that. Your kindness can be taken for weakness, and it will. People actually wake up looking for people who they think are naive and easy to influence. And usually those people are very good people, kind-hearted people trying to help, not realizing this person has just came in to disturb on purpose. Their intentions was to cause chaos, to hurt that person. And then that person can be corrupted because they can feel like, there's no good people out there. So I'm going to shut myself off. And now this person ain't willing to help nobody else. And now they looking at the world like it's messed up because one person came in and disturbed the peace, took advantage of them. And that's how it influence. Like I said, you ain't gotta influence a person to do something bad. That chaos, that energy can influence a person to not want to do the right thing no more because they feel like it's not worth it. I know because that happened to me before. No knock against my ex, but my wife used to tell me like everything that she did or happened between y'all, I don't see how you can trust another woman. And at first I didn't. But then I realized if I live my life like that, I'm only shutting myself off from meeting the right person. Like I eliminated the whole concept of trust. I don't trust anybody. And I eliminated it because it didn't do anything for me. Now I just have faith in people. I get faith that people do the right thing, and I get hope because people have destroyed the whole concept of trust for me. But I wanted to be a good person. I still wanted to be a helpful person. So I chose the ideology of faith. And with that, people have to earn it. I watch people actions, what people do. And a good person, a person with good intentions, they won't mind earning your trust or faith. They won't mind doing that. They understand. It's the person who telling you, "Oh, you don't trust me." Yeah, that's the people you gotta watch. The person to try to buy you Just because they give you money or gifts and stuff, thinking that if a person giving you money and gifts and they turn around and expect loyalty or trust or faith from you, that person was trying to buy you the whole time. If a person give you something and keep bringing up what they gave you, because they looked at that as a purchase, as a transaction, not a gift. Not a gift. I don't care if I give someone something, I gave it to them. And that was out the kindness of my heart. I gave with gratitude. I don't care if the person never talks to me again. That don't bother me. But the people who give you something or do something for you and keep bringing that up, that's because they looked at that as a transaction. These are the things we got to watch out for because, like I said, it's people, even on this app. I come on here to link up with people like Nate. Nate, that's my boy, man. I love going in Nate's chat, man. If y'all ain't subbed up to Nate the Great Podcast, please do. Because, like I say, either he gonna make you think or you gonna be dancing. Doe Eyes. I appreciate everything she did and what she do. She got great content. She gives us access to people that we probably wouldn't have access to. Judge Joe Brown, Papa Duck, Dr. Lenonis Bias. And these people got loads of wisdom and they're just giving it to us. And you can subscribe now on her channel for 99 cents and get access to all the content early. Shout out to Doe Eye. You got Leticia, Third Eye. Leticia dropped information and she just spread love. You got some good people on here and you can feel the positive energy. But what we don't do? We don't support these people enough. These people don't get supported enough. Because a lot of us just come on here for entertainment. A lot of us don't come on here to build with people, to make effective changes. You can come on here and link up. There's lawyers on here, doctors, psychologists. It's all different types of information on here you can get that can help you become a better you and in turn be a better father, better mother, sister, brother, teacher, influencer. We have access to libraries right now that we never had access. Our ancestors never had access to. We got access to it and we don't use it. We use this technology to hurt one another, to spread chaos. And if it continues, you think it's bad now. 10, 20, 30 years from now, I don't know what it'll be. Because it's our babies now, our youth. It's our babies, our youth being influenced, going out causing chaos. It's the babies doing it now. And it's going unchecked. And we just accepting it, saying it's the way it is. Instead of trying to fix it, we get distracted by being entertained. That's a choice. We got to choose better. And like I said, this ain't even everybody, because like I said, there's people on here doing the right thing. They doing their part. They making a contribution to society. And guess what? These people ain't got 100,000 followers, 400,000 followers. 50,000, they don't got that. But the people who do got them high numbers, what are they doing? What are they doing? And we still watching them. We still liking and subscribing to them. So who worse? I mean, someone with 300,000 subscribers should be held accountable. What information and how are you influencing the people? Someone with 50,000, someone with 10,000. What information are you giving to help the people? Or how are you entertaining? What energy are you putting into your entertainment? Is it good for people or bad for people? How are you influencing the people? But like I said, most people are sheep. I see people going to rooms just because there's a lot of people in the room. That's why they go to the room. They don't care what information is being presented. They just go because there's a lot of people. Now they're in a crowd. Like I said, people, if you feel like the need that you need to come on social media and be in a group to make yourself feel better, we need to start looking at that's low self-esteem. I'm gonna call it is what it is. You have low self-esteem. You got little to no self-love. If you feel the need to come on social media to belong to a group to feel better about yourself, and I'm not talking about support groups. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about these ignorant ass people. There's some ignorant ass people on here who don't do nothing but bash people all day. They ain't giving you no type of information that can help you or your family. They only causing more chaos and drama. Because when you click them off, you all fueled up and you got to go into your regular. What kind of decisions you think you're going to make? Like I said, we don't even understand what our emotions are and how they affect us. We think we do. Most people ain't sit down and think about that. Think about how you make decisions when you feel good versus how you make decisions when you don't. We all know. What do we say? Oh, we wouldn't have did that if we wasn't drunk. Usually when you're drunk and you do something stupid is because you got angry. Or even when you're angry, you say, oh, I'm sorry, I was upset. You wouldn't have made that decision. So you should understand what I'm trying to tell you. The way you choose and make decisions is predicated upon your emotions. If ain't nobody ever told you that before, I'm telling you, now you're responsible. Care about how you feel. When you care about how you feel, you become aware of how you feel. And you can change that. When I don't feel good, I walk away from everybody and I reset myself. Because I know I have the potential to say something ignorant because I am a very ignorant person when I'm angry. I am very ignorant. I'll be the first to tell you. You can ask my wife. She'll tell you when I wake up in the morning, she already had my coffee ready and she will not talk to me because I'm an ignorant ass. That's what my wife will tell you. And every morning I wake up, she got my coffee ready. So I'm only telling you this from experience. I'm trying to show you what goes on. But the message won't be heard. The message won't be heard because people don't like to be wrong. People don't like to be corrected, even if they're wrong. And that's your ego. Learn what your ego is and make peace with it. I hear people say, oh, I defeat my ego. I don't have an ego. Yes, you do. Everyone has. Learn to make peace with it. Become a master of your emotions, man. Like I said, when I wake up, my brain works different. And I know it. So what do? I go have me a smoke and a pancake. I go reset myself. I drink my coffee, whatever you want to call it. See, I understand. So I take steps. Like I said, none of us are perfect. And if you got a problem, find a tool or a solution for your problem. Because if you don't, it's just gonna get bigger and bigger and bigger to the point where it's unchecked and uncontrollable. If you got anger issues, don't run away from them. Don't pass it off to, oh, this happened to me in the past or that. Don't pass it off to that. Fix them. Find ways to work with them or work around them. When I used to get angry, I used to go hit the heavy bag to release some of the energy. Then I got into meditation. Find ways. If you got to go talk to somebody, go talk to somebody. Don't run from your problems because they ain't go fix themselves. And watching other people crash out, that's only temporary. It's still not gonna fix you. Because when you're done watching them crash out, guess what? You back to yourself again. Now you still got to deal with these problems. And for temporary time, you got to watch somebody else's problems that might have been bigger than yours. But guess what? You still got to deal with your demons too. We all got them. We all got them. And if we don't deal with them, then they deal with us. If you don't deal with your demons, eventually you will become that demon. But getting right on the inside is a process. You know, it's a process. It's stuff that I'm gonna be going through this process for the rest of my life, but I'm aware. And guess what? I'm not gonna stop. But that's a choice of mine. Life is messed up, so it's hard being positive in a messed up environment. I didn't choose the way society is. I have no choice in it. Even to this day, people say vote and do this and do that. Look, it is what it is. Society is messed up, but that don't mean I got to go with the flow. I mean, if we all become a shining light, eventually that light will get bright and get so bright it'll outshine the darkness. I heard for so long people saying, "Oh, we need to band together. We need to do this. We need to do that." And I always thought it'll never happen. It'll never happen. It's unlikely. And it won't because we all not the same. And that's the part we need to focus on. We can't bring everybody. We don't even need everybody. We see what happens when we try to include everybody. Somebody, the wrong person, always gets in and fucks it up. That's history we have to learn from. This is why everybody can't come. Everybody can't be a part of it. They can't. And the more we try to include them, that's just a distraction. That's the more time we wait. The more time we wait for people to get right is the more time we waste getting right. So at some point, we got to build the ship and get ready to take off. Be willing to leave people behind, establish ourselves, and then if they ready about time, then okay, we can go back. We can go back, but only if they willing to accept what we built. But it's not something that happens overnight. You know, even on this app, you got pockets of good people on here who just come on here to help other people. And they genuine. And they literally, you got people on here trying to help you grow your channel. I done found an inspirational sector with a whole bunch of wonderful people in there just saying great things about each other in the chat, encouraging one another from all different walks of life. And like I said, you got my bro Nate channel. He gonna come in, he gonna talk about the things that need to be talked about. Or he gonna make you laugh. Or you gonna be dancing. You gonna have a good time. That's all he gonna do. That's all he trying to do. So we have people already making these positive changes. They're just overshadowed by the drama and the chaos. They're just overshadowed. Like even when they talk about Dr. Umar in the schools, you know, no knock against Dr. Umar and what he trying to do or whatever. But what I'm telling you is, it's already people who did that and doing it, but no one talks about them. There's already people doing it. There's a man down south, I don't remember what state, but this man even bought a bus. He has a school for young black people. He bought a bus and he picks these kids up. There's another one in Chicago with a husband and wife. Here in Michigan, it's not a physical school, but it's groups to do home school, a group. And a couple of them are former teachers. So it's people doing this already. No one talks about them. They don't get the support. You know, they don't get that support because we focusing on Dr. Umar, waiting for Dr. Umar to do something. Either talking good or bad about Dr. Umar, but the people are already doing the work and it's proven that it's working. We don't support them. We don't highlight them. We don't. It's a distraction. I'm telling you, we are conditioned and desensitized. And you got so many melanated people. There's a lot of us, man. We deep. And what we do naturally influences the world. We have people trying to dance like us, trying to sing like us. They're getting surgery to look like us. What sense does it make for us to be on the bottom when we influence the world? Because they give stereotypes. And you have a group of melanated people who we can just call niggas adhere to that stereotype. And when they do, they get highlighted. They get highlighted. And they get projected all around the world. And this is who black people are now. These niggas. They don't highlight the good ones, the good melanated people who making achievements and advancements to make life better. We don't hear about these people. You turn on the news, you hear about a brother shooting a brother. You don't hear about the brother who just spent $1,000 on a family in need so they can have a holiday. You don't hear about them. We don't hear about the brother who saved a life. We hear about brothers who take lives because they are conditioning one group of people and desensitizing another people. There's a reason why these races feel they better than us or look at us or talk to us a certain type of way. It's because what's being projected, not just in the United States, all over the world. They project black people as savages. And they find the people willing to act like savages. And they make them famous. I mean, even think about, I was in a chat earlier, and they was talking about the way music shifted. You know, when I was growing up, we had good, soulful, loving music. You can hear the love in it. You can feel the soul in the music. Made you feel good. Made you want to dance. Now you can't even dance to the music. You try to dance to the music, you hear them talking about killing somebody or talking negatively about a female. And this is our music. This is what they putting out. But we still have artists putting good music out. They just don't get highlighted. And we accept that. We think that's okay or that's just the way to be. No, man, we need to stop support. I don't support. I'm just being real. I don't support a lot of stuff. So what I'm talking about, I don't do. I don't follow waves. I'm a leader. I'm a leader in my home. I'm a king of my castle. And I'm gonna be honest, until I had kids, I didn't care what happened outside. I got tired of caring about what happened in my community because my community didn't care. I got tired of it, man. And to be honest, it's like, who wants, we don't protect, and when we do find a leader, we don't protect the leader. We lead the leader to the slaughter. And when they die, we just say, oh, well, all that movement, that momentum is gone now. And we waiting for the next person to come up and sacrifice themselves. That's crazy. That is crazy. Instead of all of us just being a leader, and it starts at home, being a leader of your home. Do that first. Be the leader of your home first. And let that spill out. Because it will. You influence your kids. Your kids are the future. They will influence the future. But what are we influencing the kids with? Because even now, we call males who become of age men, right? We call males who become of age men. So now we got some grown ass boys running around thinking they men, and they not. Look at their actions. So these kids being negatively influenced, they're gonna grow up one day. And when they grow up, they turn into these grown ass men, these grown ass boys. And then they start having kids. And who you think influencing them? And then them kids grow up to these grown ass boys, never becoming men at all. But society, we call them men. Nah, we gotta start calling things. It is what it is, man. Everybody do not deserve to be called a man. If you're not taking care of home, how are you a man? If you don't have a home to take care of, what are you doing in your community? How are you influencing the youth? If you influencing the youth negatively, how can you call yourself a man? Men are supposed to be protectors and providers. That's what men are supposed to be. So if you're influencing the youth with negativity, you're not protecting and you're not providing. So how are you a man? What makes you a man? That's what I'm saying. We condition, and we desensitize because we go around saying, "Oh, this is a man. Oh, look at what this man did. That's not a man." Call it what it is, and maybe we can fix it. But y'all got to understand what words do. Like, we haven't been taught a lot of things other people have, but you have the ability to self-educate now. Just because you're not going to the university don't mean you can't learn. Take responsibility, especially if you got kids you're responsible for. Take responsibility. Learn a minimum about yourself. Fix yourself so you can have a positive influence on the kids because they are the future. And if we don't fix it now, there is no future. And that's not just for one race, that's for all races, man. Everybody needs to be held accountable. If you see injustice, no matter what race it is, how can you sit there and allow it? What is inside of you? What is inside of you to fear a black man? Fear a black man so bad you want to eliminate him. What is inside of you? That's what I said, man. People, I'm just going on a rant, man, because I'm really disgusted, man. That's the only way I can say it. I'm disgusted because people just don't want to get right. They're lazy, man. That's laziness. Not wanting to work on yourself is laziness. There's no other way to explain it. It's just laziness. Understanding and knowing you have problems. And instead of fixing the problems, you just go somewhere else to watch other people's problems to feel better. That's laziness, man. And you watching chaos. And like I said, it's creators out there. Like I said, if you someone out there and you holding people accountable and you showing behavior and you expose the behavior, that's not what I'm talking about because that needs to be done. That's people holding people accountable. If someone sees something or if I say something and you feel it ain't right, let's have a conversation. I don't do the arguing. I'm not going back and forth. But if I do something and you don't understand it or you think it ain't right, let's have a conversation. Because maybe I don't know. Maybe I am doing something wrong and I don't know. Because you don't know what you're doing until you stop. So if you see something, or maybe you just misunderstood and I can better explain to you. That's how I look at situations. Come talk to me. Because half of the time it just be misunderstanding. But people don't even know how to talk to people no more. If you feel I did something to you, come talk to me. That's how I am in real life. And I can do one or two things. Either I can explain to you my intention because you didn't understand it, or I can apologize because I was wrong. And that's how I look at it. I don't do the beef stuff. I've been through so much in life. There's no point of beefing with nobody, man. Me personally, if I can't get along with you, I just stay the hell away from you. I'm straight. I got stuff going on in real life, like a family. So why do I want to get on here and pour all this energy into people when I got to get off here and deal with them? Like I said, it's people on here who expose people taking advantage of people. It's people on here who expose the behavior of people, and salute to them. Because like I said, they hold people accountable. And they doing it in their way. I respect that. And I bet you those people not only teaching you something by exposing or showing you, making you aware of how people, that's what I'm doing. I'm just not pointing at people and saying people's names. I'm telling you what people do. I don't got to call nobody name. The way I do it, I don't have to call nobody name out. And I'm not. But the people who do, that's their way of doing it. And that's respectable because I'm doing the same thing. I'm just telling you what it is. But it's people on here who slander people, dox people, just blatantly lie on people. That's not cool. That's not cool. Come on here degrading people, acting a fool, acting real niggerish. One person can make a whole race look bad. And it happens time and time again. We see it. One person. And that's how we judge black people. You get one ignorant person on the news saying something ignorant, doing something ignorant, and they call them black. They attach them to us. They will attach that one person to a PhD. You can't do that with no other race. We've been conditioned to accept that. You can't do that with no other race. Try to do it with a white person. They go call it, nah, that person ain't white. They white trash. That's what a white person gonna say. But we don't. We allow this. Think about how they talk about black people. But you can't say nothing about the J word. They will cancel you. If you say something good or bad, you can say a joke, you're getting canceled. They don't play that. They ain't taking nothing from nobody. Why can't we be like that? Okay, you say something negative about a black person, guess what? The black dollar don't move no more. Nope, it don't move no more. You can't have no more of our money. Nope. I mean, if you really think about it, what do we talk about? We don't have black this, black. We do. Why are we still spending money on helping other races get rich, but we won't help a brother that look like us get rich? We won't do that. But we willingly help other races get rich because we've been conditioned. We don't even see it, man. We don't even see it. People say it all the time, and it has gone nowhere. Because before a person buys some black-owned shoes, they want the Nikes. They want the, what's the new thing, the Balenciagas. They want all that stuff, man. Because that's what society says is the end thing. But society copies everything off of us anyway. So imagine if we did buy black, right? What you think the rest of the world go do? They go buy black. Ain't nobody ever think about that. They copy everything every trend we make, everything. They copy it. So what if we bought black? We only bought black clothes, shoes. You don't think these other races and groups won't buy it? We don't think. We don't even come together long enough to think together. We come together, we scoping out the competition. You put 4 black men in the room, I promise you at least 2 of them go be thinking how better they are or how smarter they are, or they ain't gonna be thinking like, what can this person offer me? How can we build together? I'm gonna give the benefit of the doubt. If I'm in the room, that's what I'm gonna be thinking, and I hope at least one more. But you put 4 black people in the room, I guarantee you 2 of them will be looking at the other 2 as competition. That's a guarantee. That's a guarantee. That's because we programmed, and until we accept the programming, you can't fix it. And that's that ego. We got to learn how to deal with the ego. Become aware of your ego. It's okay to be wrong, because when you're wrong, you have the opportunity to learn right. Being wrong is not bad. Being wrong gives you the opportunity to learn what's right. So don't look at being wrong as a bad thing. Look at it as an opportunity. That's what my dad used to tell me. Because every time I lost in a sports game, I called my dad. And he asked me, what did I learn? And at first, I lost. I was pissed. I didn't understand what he was saying. But after the second time he said that, I understood. Like, okay, well, I did this and that wrong. He said, well, you didn't lose, son. You learned. That's how you need to look at it. Stop looking at life as you're losing and take the opportunity to learn from things. Just because something don't work out the way you think it's supposed to work out, don't mean you lost. Don't mean you losing. It's only giving you opportunity to learn. We got to change our mindset. That's why I come on here and I try to tell y'all, or I try to talk to people about the mindset. I can come on here and I can talk about etymology. I can talk about work instructions all day. I can talk about religion all day. I can talk about history all day. But that's not what's needed. There's a lot of people doing that. I want to talk to y'all about y'all mind. I want to help people on it. And I ain't no psychologist. I'm not licensed. I'm not a licensed therapist or anything like that. I'm licensed in life, though. I'm educated in life, though. And if you think anything I'm saying wrong, put it to the practice. Try it. And then tell me where I went wrong back, because I want to learn too. I want to learn too. But if you think anything I'm telling you is wrong about your emotion, about how they affect the way you look at life, just show me. Show me where I'm wrong at. If you got something to add to it, I welcome it. If I need to take something out, let me know. But I promise you, what I'm telling you is facts. My factual opinion. This is what I'm telling you. The way you feel dictates how you look at things. And that determines the choices and decisions you're making. Always feel good. Always care about how you feel. Because when you care about how you feel, you become aware of how you feel. When you become aware of how you feel, you have the opportunity to change. You have the potential to change that emotion from bad to good. When you care, when you don't care, you just run wild. You just run wild. You let your emotions take over. And a lot of times, like I said, when you're angry, you're not thinking straight. You do things you regret. So if I'm giving you a tool that you could use to slow that down, a tool which you can use to actually catch yourself in the middle of doing something that you can't take back, why not try it? I'm not telling you nothing negative. I'm not coming on here telling you no ways to hurt your life. That's not what I'm doing. Like I say, anything I say, put it to practice. And if it don't work, come tell me about it. Come tell me about it. I'm not charging you, so the game is free. This information is free. So what is it gonna hurt to try? You can influence the world around you by making sure what's inside you and coming out of you is positive. You can influence. We all can. We all have the potential to either do good or bad. We all have that. We all have the potential to either do good or bad. If you want to call it Satan and if you want to call it God, both of them are inside of us. And we have the ability to tap into either one of them. But it's a choice.
Okay.
It's a choice.
Okay.
But I'm gonna go and get out of here. Remember, man, if you're listening to this on a playback, do me a favor. It's free to you, but it means a lot to me. Hit the like, hit the subscribe button, and turn on the notification bell, because when I go live, you go live. But that's all I got. Conversations build nations. I'm the word. Here come baby girl.